Thanks for coming out. Sorry I look like shit. I spent the week running after a toddler. Do you have kids? Nah, me neither. It's so tiring being a nonce, isn't it? They never sit still. Come back, come back. Oh, my back, my legs. Yeah, I'm a pedo. That's the show, really. Those are my pronouns, P/do. If you could refer to me online in those terms, I'd appreciate it. No, not a pedo. That is what a pedo would say, though, isn't it? They're liars. Probably my second least favourite thing about them. No, not pedo. I have 2 kids. We had a second one. It's really bad at home. It's really bad. 2.5-year-old, 8-month-old. Car needs an MOT. I fucking wish I was gay. My God, it looks so good. Anyone else in here been straight that long? You're looking at gay couples thinking, I wish I'd given those teenage thoughts more airtime. That looks fucking incredible. I saw these blokes in the park, these fellas holding hands. God, they looked happy. They'd ironed their clothes. They smelled nice, laughing, stopping to smell flowers. I'm just there covered in baby stick trying to collapse a pram. I'm just thinking, I'd suck a dick for that life. Fuck it. Tell you what. If I was gay, I would have money. Gay men make so much money, and no one talks about it. It's infuriating, right? Come on, Brighton. Gay men. You've seen the people. They're killing it. Because we're all aware of the gender pay gap, aren't we? Where women can earn less than men for doing the same work, which is outrageous. That's not fair. But that affects me. My wife's a woman. Gay couples, it's 2 men. That's double the income. What the fuck? That's not fair. What the pay gap? What about the gay gap? We should be tax gay men. Brighton, tax them. Every time you say yes on Grindr, £5 you leave your Monzo. Tax them. And take the profits and give it to lesbians because they're really getting fucked over. It's too. They're getting double-ended, ironically, by the. They don't complain because they're into it, but. Wish I was gay, man. They live longer than straight men. Did you know that? I mean, I don't know that, but it could be true, couldn't it? It could be true. 2024, AIDS isn't what it was, you know? That's just a fact. It's not really a thing. You don't get this sympathy. It's like COVID, isn't it? You know, like, oh, I can't come round, I've got AIDS. Fucking have a Barocca. Get in there. What are you on about? AIDS. Shove an orange up your arse. Let's go cottaging. Come on. What next? Rickets? Polio? AIDS. They definitely look better. I think we can all agree. No one ages better than a gay man. No type of person hits 70 with the same kind of grace as a gay. Being straight's just degenerative, isn't it? You just hit 30, you start making weird decisions. Fucking 8 pockets, why not? You just start... Fuck it, why not? Like, you just hit... I've got a dad bod now, I've got a belly and tits, you know, and my wife's got a mum bod. That's where her vagina and her arsehole are just the same. So, I just went to the toilet. What did you do? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Something left. I didn't quite catch the shape of it on the way out, but I feel a sort of blanket relief. That'll have to do. They have more sex. Now, that is a fact. That is a fact. Gay men have more sex than straight men over the course of their lives. Now, listen, I've got young kids. Sex isn't really a thing at the moment. The most intimate I've been with my wife in the last 6 months is where she has a poo just before I do, and I feel that heat from the toilet seat. I think, whoa, yeah, that's the woman I married. Put that in my veins. But we're not really in a romantic relationship currently. It sort of more feels like we've taken ownership of a small farm. That's what it feels like, day to day, up at dawn. What are we doing today? Milk and shit. Those are the jobs. You choose. And listen, in the absence of sex, I've been ruminating on it, right? And I've come up with this theory. I think that maybe gay sex may be more satisfying for men than straight sex. Now, I've got no way of proving this. I think that gay or straight, as a man, what you want to do in the sex is you want to leave it until the end, right? That's what your biology is screaming at you. In the moment, don't pull up. Don't pull up. You're flying a plane, just fucking German wings it into the mountain. Don't pull up. Don't pull up. Just, you know, that's what you want to do. Leave it in. But if you're straight, this comes with the risk of kids. And no matter what you do, there's always a chance, isn't there? Condoms aren't 100% effective. You've been told you're infertile. There's always a little chance. You can tell how the second one was conceived. There's always a little chance, isn't there? You got one swimmer left. It's fucking Michael Phelps. Butterflies up the vag and eats the egg. I don't know how it works. The point is, you're always trying to not have kids. That's your first concern in the sex. You go, right, well, let's have sex. We can't have kids, so I'll wear 3 condoms so I can't feel anything. Or she takes a pill, makes her go insane. No one's happy. No one's happy. Gay couples, one of you leaves it in till the end, the other one does a wet fart. Pillow talk. Wish I was gay. And I mean old school gay, by the way, like back in the day, Elton John stuff. Nowadays, it's all very fluid, you know. There's a lot of tributaries off that river now, aren't there, Brighton? And, you know, you meet these people now that, like, you can be a queer man married to a woman. It's amazing. Nowadays, you go, oh, we make it work. We make it work. It sounds weird. We make it work, you know. Her love language is gifts. She loves giving, receiving gifts. That's how she knows she's loved. My love language is pegging. You know, we make it work. I need that old school, back in the day, Freddie Mercury, Stone Cold, stoned to death in Iran, gay. Because I need that midlife revelation. I need that, oh, I'm sorry, this is who I really am, I've got to leave the family. You know, I need that Philip Schofield exit route. Like, I need that. I feel sorry for Scof. I'm glad he's back. I'm saying it, I'm just glad he's back. Because of all the sort of nonce-adjacent celebrities of the last year, well, he's nonce-adjacent. He's not he's circling the plug hole of noncery. He's dipping his toe in, but he's not. Some people think he's full-blown nonce. Some people are like, oh, he groomed him. He groomed the boy. They met when he was 14. They started shagging when he was 17. He groomed him. And I'm like, yeah, or he really tried not to be a paedophile. I mean, he's trying harder than anyone I know. How old? Not yet, Phil. Hold it in! I mean, I can't wait for my chips to cool down. You know, the patience. You know, I'm not saying you should win Pride of Britain. I'm just saying, like, how bad is grooming? I guess that's what I'm asking. I know it's bad, but is it like crimes? So when this was happening, I googled grooming to make sure I understood the term. And Google said grooming is where you earn someone's trust and you become friends with them, even though you know later on you're going to try and have sex with them. I remember thinking, that is how everyone has sex. Who's not doing that? That's just flirting. I mean, that's what we're taking this guy down for. Chivalry. Because if you're an adult and you want to have sex with a 14-year-old, of the options available for you to take, I mean, grooming's not the worst. It's not the best. It's not the best. Best thing you could do is just kill yourself. But I mean, of all the options, so I just feel sorry for him because he must be like, fucking guys, I waited. What do you want me to do? Ref, it was over the line. Fucking say that. I feel sorry for him. But it wasn't even that did it. Do you remember? It was the queuing. That's what finished him off, the queuing. I think that says a lot about this country, actually. We're sort of ambivalent about noncing, but you wait your turn. Yeah? You waited 3 years for that boys' turn legal, couldn't wait 3 days, say goodbye to a queen. It doesn't sit right. The people of this country. But some of the newer ones do look good. Listen, I'm boxed in now. You know, I've reached the age, straight, married, mortgage, kids, this is it, I'm boxed in, this is me. And I'm looking over the fence and God, some of them asexual, that'd be good. Imagine what you get done. Fuck me, I'd be so productive. If I didn't have that constant sort of straight man woodpecker, just tit, 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 just didn't have that in the head. Imagine seeing a pair of tits, nothing, absolutely nothing. Might as well be looking at the back of a fridge. I do find it quite funny when they say that they're part of the LGBT community, because I sort of think it's different, surely, isn't it? It's not the same thing. They're like, no, it's LGBTQIA. I'm like, is it that? Because that means at Gay Pride, you've got people who are like, I'm not ashamed, I'm proud, I'm a man, I love men, I'm a woman, I have sex with women. And then you've got these people at the back who are like, I I want no part of this filth. It's disgusting. You know, and there's dildos flying around. Oh, no, please, stop. You know, it must be a very triggering day out, isn't it? For an asexual. Worst day out imaginable. I met someone who was pansexual recently, and I was like, God, what's that? And she was like, everything, all of it. It's just all on the table. And I thought, God, that sounds quite stressful, actually. What do you do when you go to the zoo? I mean, do you have to declare it? Does it affect your insurance premium? You know? And I was like, do you mean bisexual? She said, no, that is different. Bisexual is when you're attracted to men and women. But from my perspective as a pansexual, man and woman, they're just labels that people use to describe themselves. And I don't care what your label is. Like, I don't care what you look like, what you were born as, what you say you are. If you're breathing, I might want to fuck you. And I thought, that makes me sound quite uptight, doesn't it? I guess I care about labels. You know, there are some labels I care too much about, like sister. Like, she's fit, but the idea of it, I can't move past the label in my head. It's the label that's the problem. It's the label that's the issue. The label. That joke didn't work in Cornwall. Fun fact, it didn't work. No idea why it's funny. I don't do many impressions. This is a quick impression of a Cornish man reading the news about Joseph Fritzl. Okay, quick impression. Don't see why this is in the paper. Just a quick impression. Just a quick one. Fucking built an extension for his granddaughter. What's the problem here? I don't fucking... The woke mob's gone crazy. I don't know. No, I do love the wife. I should say that. Been through so much. 2 kids. First kid born in lockdown, so we couldn't do any of that NCT stuff. Couldn't learn how to have a kid. Just had to sort of guess. Remember about a week before, my wife was just on Instagram trying to find advice, which is not a healthy place to be. There's some wackadoo people on there. There were these accounts, right, that were trying to convince my wife that the best experience to have when giving birth is to orgasm during it. I'm not making this up. This is a real trend you can find. Women trying to convince women to orgasm during labour, right? My wife ended up doing it. It was so intense to watch because, well, she had a cesarean. You know, so the screen was up and she was reaching out like, yeah, you know, and I'm there with a rubber fist like, now? You know, I wouldn't, it made it weird. I think it made it weird. But you've got to stick to the birth plan. Both kids born premature, they're fine. Just my wife, she gets on with it. Do you know what I mean? She cooks them quick. Most people have got a bun in the oven. My wife's got a bloody air fryer down there. They come out crisp. And we spent a lot of time in neonatal units, incubators, tubes, all that stuff. People get very kind of, icky talking about it. I mean, my main takeaway is just that the level of science in these places blows your head off. Like the things they think they know, the things they think they might know. They think they know that how the baby is conceived has an impact on the baby you get, right? So they think that if the baby, if the woman is on top during the conception, then you bigger baby. Vice versa if the man's on top. They think that babies that are conceived through premature ejaculation are more likely to grow up to be autistic. Did you know that? Okay, I have made that one up, but that sounds true. That could so easily be true. Like, oh, fuck, no, I'm so sorry. Then 9 months later, you get some train spotter. Wow! Like, it's a class 6! Oh, God. It just makes sense in my head, so... Like, you see Francis, and I just see his dad like, oh, God, not again. I don't know, in my head, it just... I'm just telling people it's a fact, I guess. I guess that's what I'm doing. No one knows why some people have mental health. Maybe it's conception. Maybe if you've got anxiety, that's because when your parents were conceiving you, your neighbour was in the wardrobe looking for a hole like, and that's why you always think there's someone there, like, you know. And I'm not having a go. I'm autistic. Well, I don't know. Could be. Couldn't I? What's the criteria? I say things, some people get annoyed, I've got no idea why. Does that count? Also, doesn't it depend on who you're talking to? Do you ever meet someone so boring, you're like, I'm going to get into fucking Warhammer, fuck this guy. And also as a man, I sort of think it's your destiny to get autism. like we've all met our dads, something's going on. Do you know what I mean? It's not, listen, the middle-aged British dad, it's not negative, it's just slightly on the left field, just on the offbeat, aren't they? They're just not quite, they're just not doing things on the offbeat, it's just not quite, do you know what I mean? They take their phone out, the torch is on for no reason, start, what? Glasses, forehead, nose, never on the eyes, the glasses, forehead, nose, just on the offbeat, you know, the dads. They're too comfortable naked on holiday. Mornings! Fuck off, man, fuck off. You know when you're like at a party or something and there's a guy who's been married 30 years and his wife's like, what are you doing? And he's like, huh? What? Huh? Oh, I don't know actually. I thought I'd just stand here by the snacks. Is that wrong? What do I do? Help. What do I do? Talk. Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Roger. What's your name? Did you drive? You did. What road? The M3. That's my favourite road. I love the M3. I've got a book about the M3. Do you want to read it? No? All right, I'm going to go stand by the wall again. I felt safe by the wall. Just knocking walls for no reason. That's a stud wall, I reckon. You can knock through that. Cavity, not built properly. It's a shame that they didn't build this properly. Not qualified in structural engineering at all. Just having a go. Tap tap. Where's your stopcock? Good to know, isn't it? Where's your stopcock? You know they see different brick colours in those houses. I reckon that's because it was bombed during the war. Yeah, Nazis got it probably. Sorry, happy birthday. Sorry. Brick colours, different brick colours. You know, they're just on the offbeat, aren't they? They're just not quite... When you call home and your mum answers, it's very different. You talk about your feelings, don't you? Have a catch-up. Your dad answers, he's always panicked, flustered. Fuck, hi, hello, hi, yes, is it money? Do you need money? I have money. No? Okay, here's your mother. It's not money. I don't know how the fuck to talk to her without finance being involved. Hi Mum, how's Dad? Oh, well, you know, he spends a lot of time in his shed painting his models. He calls it his man cave, but really it's a fucking autism bunker. He's just hiding from the world, organising his trowels. I think all men, regardless of age, have sexual autism. I think that'll come out in a few years. I think that's what's been going on. I think that's why women's experiences are so awful. It's just we can't read your non-verbal cues at all. You on a date, girl goes for a kiss, good night. Yeah, do you want to fuck? No. What a slut. Mum, pick me up, she doesn't want to fuck me. I don't know why, I tried to finger her after the starters. Is that not what you do? Fuck, is she broken? I think she's broken. Even men who've been married decades, right? They'll be in bed with their wife on a Sunday, yeah? 30 years they've been married. Sunday night, they'll be in bed with their wife. She'll be reading a book, and he'll be thinking, reading a book? I know what that means. What a brazen act of sexual aggression. Filth, what a whore I married. I got work in the morning. I'm not some dairy cow you can just wheel out and milk willy-nilly. Well, come to think of it, a bit of sex would be nice, actually. A bit of sex. But how should I respond to this tactical advance she's made? The erotic atmosphere is a fragile one, isn't it? You don't just say you're up for it, that would shatter it. It's all about subtlety, isn't it? Subtle body language. Maybe I could nibble her earlobe, or smell her hair, or plant a very gentle kiss on the nape of her neck. Oh no, I know. I'm just going to push my full erection into her spine for 10 minutes. I'm trying to be subtle. Do you understand what I'd like to do? You know the deeply erogenous zone of the lower vertebrae. You know that bit. I'll bore a hole and work my way. It's an engineering problem, isn't it, foreplay? We're all Francis, really, is what I'm saying, isn't it? Who knows? Who knows why some people have mental health? Maybe it's conception. Maybe it's pregnancy. I mean, you do treat the pregnancies very differently, or at least we did. You know, first pregnancy, we were so scared. My wife's diabetic. We were trying to keep her sugars stable for the good of the kid, which meant like weighing out bread and counting grains of rice. Whatever's best for the baby. You know, whatever's best for the baby. With this one, the second one, we were like, I reckon you could have a few Jaeger bombs. Let's tank the kid a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like a little. I didn't want to damage the kid, but as the parent to a toddler, I was like a bit slower would be helpful. Like not bad. Just like just thick. I want thick. Not bad. Like not disabled, but not disabled. You know, like there's something. They got stuff going on, but there's not a word for it, so you don't know what to do. Do you remember those kids at school that used to love the feeling of their mouth on glass? Like, I want that. That looks fucking easy as a parent. You wake up at 6 a.m, downstairs, curtains, bang, 5 hours. You're cleaning, you're tidying up. Oh, a dream. They finally get bored at 2 o'clock. Oh, I'm bored. Right, get the stepladder. Have a go on the Velux. Wow, new window. Thick as shit. That's what I like this kid to be. Thick as shit. You know, 90s mental health. Do you remember? Because now it's like, oh, you never know what's going on with someone. Just you can't tell by looking at someone what's. In the 90s, you could tell. Like there was a uniform. Do you remember the bum bags and the bucket hats? But now it's confusing because Gen Z, 20-year-olds, you wear bum bags and bucket hats, like ironically, but you realise you're appropriating special needs culture. Like that's their. They need those items. They need the snacks at all times from the bum bags. They need the bucket hats. They'll just stare at the sun. They don't know. Like you're fucking driving the price up with your shit festival pics, in my opinion. I miss the 90s take on mental health. I think it was maybe healthier, you know. I think it was indicative of a healthier society. There were 3 things you could be mentally in the 90s. Do you remember? Normal, slow, sad. That's it. And now it's just proliferated. It's like an industry. There's a new one every week. And a lot of them, I'm not convinced they should be given the weight. Maybe they are. Like this guy I know, he's not a friend. He's just someone who had a kid the same fucking time as us. We've got to hang out with him. I was trying to be polite. I was like, oh, how's work? He goes, oh, work. It's really tough, actually. I'm really struggling with this imposter syndrome. I think I've got it officially. Imposter syndrome, officially diagnosed imposter syndrome. I go into work, I just think, oh, you're shit at this. You can't do, you're shit at your job. I can't do this, you're shit at this. I remember thinking, yeah, you might just be shit at your job. I mean, that's still a thing. You can be shit. It doesn't mean you've got a syndrome. I mean, the word syndrome's had some real inflation put on it in recent years, hasn't it? In the 90s, you had Stockholm syndrome. Oh, you fall in love with your kidnapper. That's messed up. And now it's just, I don't feel comfortable at work. Oh, you know, it's not Down syndrome, is it? It's not that kid with the beer bottles. Woo! Like that. That's syndrome, you know? Like that's... Because to my generation, right, the term mental health seems to mean everything from like paranoid schizophrenia all the way to just bit hungover. And it's like, they're different things. But you meet these people, we've all got these evangelists in our lives who are just constantly needling us, like, open up, cry, open up. Just like, we've all got this one friend who's like Stephen Bartlett, just, hey, what's wrong? What happened? Fuck off, stop trying to sell me Huel, go away. My mate's like this, he's like, oh, you should do therapy. I'm like, I don't need to do therapy, I'm not mentally ill. And he goes, no, there's no mentally ill people. We all have mental health that we need to take care of. And I'm like, yeah, but some people are fucked. Like, it's not all one thing, is it? Like, I get anger issues, I bottle things up, I forget to take breaks, holidays, burnout. But fuck it, some guys get their dicks out in Lidl. Like, that's... I don't think my solutions work for the guy in aisle 5. Have you tried mindfulness, mate? I've got this app. I too was wanking in budget supermarkets before I downloaded Headspace with all its handy tips and tricks to see you through the day. You are in Lidl, do not masturbate. Oh, thanks Headspace, wow, what would I do? It's so serious now, you know. In the 90s there was a lightness of tone to the conversation. You'd see the window guy go, oh, you'd be like, fucking what's he got going on? People used to do this, do you remember? Look how tense you got. When did that stop? I missed that going. That's like a slur now. All the gestures are out, aren't they? Why is Jenny not in work? Oh, you know, fired, immediately fired, that's out, that's gone. Now it's serious, isn't it? Now you see the window, they go, oh, you're like, oh gosh, so brave, well done. Oh, what's he struggling with? Oh, what's his story? What's his podcast? You know, it's boring. You can't judge anyone anymore. I used to love judging people. I was so good at it. And now you meet somebody and go, oh, that guy's a bit of a prick. You know, he's just been diagnosed with ADHD. I don't care, he fucked my wife. Only for a little bit, and then he went and looked at the letterbox. It's not his fault. He gets distracted. Because where's the line in looking after yourself and being a prick? It's we haven't really explored, like, you do you, look after yourself, take a day off, take a mental health day, take 3, that's a bit selfish, come. Like, what's that bit there? We haven't explored that. Because we could all just do what we want under the pretense of taking care of ourselves, couldn't we? Like, you know, speaking honestly, I'd say my mental health suffers whenever my wife's friend Raquel comes round. But what am I meant to do? She's my wife's friend. If I was being honest, if I was prioritising my self-care, when my wife's like, oh, you know, Raquel's coming over for dinner, then I would be like, well, I'm going to go sit in the car until she leaves. As we've discussed, she's one of my triggers. She reminds me of this time in my childhood where I was also very bored. So I'm going to go sit in the Nissan for 3 hours and stick LBC on and listen to the ill-informed opinions of taxi drivers about the geopolitical crisis in the Middle East. That's what I'm going to do. Sake of my noggin. You can't do that, you're married. You've got to come up with coping mechanisms to yourself, you know. So I got quite into decluttering, actually. Is anyone aware of this? Marie Kondo. It's a brilliant strategy. Decluttering, declutter your house, declutter your mind. This is what you do, right? This is what I do when I get stressed. I go upstairs into the bedroom, open up the wardrobe, just get everything out. All the clothes, all the shoes, the suits, I lay them out all on the bed in order, right? Then I get in the wardrobe and I close the doors and I put a plastic bag on my head and I just fucking, and all my problems just melt away. It's incredible. I call it my wellness cupboard. That's what I call it. Anyone? Feel free to use. Any other dads in? I don't like it when celebrities use it as an excuse. That's what really gets my goat. They do something shitty, they just blame it on some mental health crisis, completely unverified. But, I know, it's terrible, I was really struggling with my mental health. I do apologise, I was really struggling with my mental health. I don't care, you still did it, you're just framing it in a different way. That's like someone who gets caught touching kids going, I do apologise, my paedophilia is really flaring up at the moment. Oh, I'm having an episode, sorry, I fucked 6 kids, it's bad, I know it's bad, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see it as a learning opportunity, you know. Every day's a school day, that's the fucking problem. Because are you because of your mental health or in spite of it? That's quite an interesting question that no one actually seemed interested in answering. Because we could all change things about ourselves to be mentally happier, but then we might not want to do that because then we wouldn't be ourselves, you know? Like, I have this theory that I think politically, right, the best place to be on the political spectrum for your mental health is a tiny bit right-wing, yeah? I'm not saying they're correct, I just reckon they're happier, yeah? Because the further left you go, it gets quite stressful, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Brighton. Gets quite stressful. Quite hard to leave the issues at the door, isn't it? Quite hard. Come to bed. I can't. We finished a jar of peanut butter today. I've got to clean the little bit of the peanut out, because you know that if there's 1 bit of food, they don't take the whole bin. Did you know that? They don't take the whole bin. The whole street's fucked. So you've got to have the green glass and the brown glass and the cardboard and the food waste and the recycling and the plastic. Bit right wing. Finished. Bin. Next. There's a continent-sized pile of rubbish near Asia. Not going there on holiday. I'm going Tenerife. Not saying they're correct, I just reckon they're happier, you know? Like, left-wing person walks past a homeless guy, oh my God, it's disgusting, the system's failed you, can I get some cash out, can I get you a sandwich, is there a hostel nearby? Bit right-wing, he's probably on drugs. That reminds me, I've got a second home, I never stay there, it's always empty. But it's my empty. And listen, you bring up left and right now, everyone immediately assumes nowadays you're talking about the extremes. I'm not, I generally mean the middle, but I think if you're attracted to the extremes of either, you're probably not very mentally happy. That's my hot take. The extremes seem to attract The most mentally unhappy people. Like, when you think about it, there's no one with lower self-esteem than a Holocaust denier when you, like, dig into it. I'm trying to prepare you as best I can for this bit. It has to go here. We're only halfway through. Imagine where we're going. But, like, there's no one with lower self-esteem than a Holocaust denier. Because if you think about it, if you're a Holocaust denier, right, you are a far-right racist, yeah? Which means that you should like the Holocaust, you should love the Holocaust, except you don't believe it happened because you don't think you deserve good things? Like, what's the... What Holocaust? My dreams never come true. Knowing my luck, it's probably a hoax. 6 million? What is it, my birthday? Fuck off, man. I reckon it was 200,000 max. That's one for the plus ones, that one. I try and find the news interesting, yeah? I try and detach myself emotionally. I think getting too worked up about it from either angle, not good for your mental health. I find it interesting, you know? I watch the news, it makes me think of little things in my own life, you know? Like, I was watching the news recently and it made me think, you know when you're moving house and you think you found somewhere nice, but before you sign for it, you think, oh, we'll just meet the neighbours. We'll just see if they're friendly, right? We all do this. We all think, oh, I'll just meet the neighbours. Well, I was thinking, do you reckon when they founded the State of Israel, do you think they could have knocked on a few more doors? I feel like, from a town planning perspective, it was a strange move to put all the Jews in between the angriest Muslims on the planet. It just feels like a weird... And listen, I know it's controversial. I'm not trying to take sides. I don't have skin in the game. I probably lean slightly more Jewish because I'm in show business. But no Palestinians are going to put me in a film, are they? I'm just saying. They could have put it anywhere, you know? They could have put it in Fiji. Imagine that. Just a tropical island full of Jews drinking cocktails out of Coke. Epstein's Island. That could have been Israel. That could have been Israel. They would have had a different problem, but not this one, you know? It's interesting. If I was opening up a nursery for toddlers, and I found out that the neighbours on either side were breeding XL bullies, I'd be like, well, this isn't going to work, is it? I mean, we're their favourite thing to attack. Yeah. It's interesting. Ironically, they would have been safer if they'd set it up in Germany. I mean, that's the funny thing. Lightning's not going to strike twice, you know? Some of us wish it would strike once. All right, calm down. Yes, my point is that mental health's on this pedestal now. I'm not really sure it should be, because I think you just live and you just deal with it. And like, mental health is a symptom of life, you know? I think if you're trying to protect yourself, your mental health, you miss out on, you know, like, if you're trying to protect your mental health, having kids is the worst thing you could do. It decimates your mental, it destroys your mental health. The worst decision you could make for your mental health is having kids. Now listen, I adore my kids, I love my kids, I'd die for my kids. I'd also kill myself to not see them for a day. I'd take a bullet for them, but I'm holding the gun. Does that make sense? Oh no, a madman, what a hero. Okay, someone else's problem. I'm dead, you deal with it, I'm dead. Because what they say when you have young kids, and it's particularly bad, is they go, well, everything's a phase. So it's bad now, but then it'll move on, it'll be a new phase. What they don't tell you is that every phase is worse than the last, right? So like, when my eldest, my daughter, she didn't speak for ages. She was meant to be speaking, she was delayed speaking, her friends were speaking. The only way she'd communicate with us was with this sort of very deep, visceral, kind of gut-based, like that was the only noise. Like a fucking care home on fireworks night. The Germans back! No, Grandad, we won. You were there. Oh. No, he's gone. He's absolutely gone. 6 a.m. every morning. Fuck me, she's awake. You know that bit where you wake up but you don't know who you are yet? Best bit of my day. I love that bit. Just nothing. Blank consciousness and then, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot how fulfilled I am. Time to go feed the troll. We went to the nursery for a development checkup, right? And the nursery worker was like, yeah, she's very, very loud, confident, very confident, no problems there. You know, the other kids are sort of using words, phrases, sentences, some of them. And I don't know if you picked up on this at home, but your daughter just sort of mainly screams. Have you noticed that? Yes, the screaming thing. She communicates in war flashbacks. I'm aware of that. Come on, honey, we're going to the beach. Ah, not that beach! Chill out! And what the nursery worker says, right, she goes, well, what we say to parents whose kids are a bit delayed with their speech is just always be talking, always be saying stuff around the house, you know, commentate on your chores, narrate your day, you know, whatever you've got going on in your head, just say it out loud. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. That's a bad idea. Because it's bleak up there, isn't it, sometimes, parents? You follow them around, oh, you've hit your head, that's a big bruise, there's a poo in your nappy, you've got nappy rash. Should we help Daddy hang himself? Huh? Should we make it a game? You get a sticker if the rope holds. No? You want a sticker? You want a sticker? I think about suicide, not that I'm going to do it, I just like knowing it's there, you know. It's nice to have an option, I guess. I think about suicide like I think about ice skating, like, oh yeah, could do that. I probably won't, it looks shit, but people do it. Around Christmas. I don't think I'd ever actually do it, actually, when I think about it. Because whenever I get that adrenal surge of fuck this, it's always about something quite petty, actually. It's never about the big stuff in my life. It's always about something quite trivial. Do you ever have this? Do you ever have this moment, right, where you have a shower, and then you step out the shower, and then you immediately need a shit, and you're just like, ah! What is the point? I can never be clean! Bang! That's when I'd do it. And the autopsy would be like, what on earth's happened? Oh, I've not seen this one before. This is new. Yeah. Hang on, he's turtlenecking, but his hair's still wet. Suicide. Write down. Suicide. Oh, tragedy. Tragedy. Anyway. She didn't speak, right? For ages. And now she speaks. Fuck me, I wish she didn't. My God, it was so much better. At least then you could project meaning onto the noise, and it was always better than what she actually has to say. Because she repeats everything I say now. Everything. I've been living in this dream world where I can just say what I want around the house. And now she fucking repeats it word for word. I'll just be in the kitchen, angry, bitter, just spitting fire, like, oh, fuck, no. And I'll just hear this, Daddy wishes he was gay. I'm like, whoa, no, fuck, no. And it's not the newborn, by the way. He's a potato. Give a shit. I mean, he's fine. No, leave him somewhere cool and dark and he'll grow. The problem is the toddler. It's being in a room. Being in a room with a toddler is like being in a room with a goose. You're just like, who brought that inside? Why is it... It shouldn't be inside. I don't like how it moves. I can't tell what it's thinking. It's coming towards me. Fuck. You want to just get a bed sheet and shepherd it out the window. That's what you want to... Shoot. Wheelie bin. River. You know, just get out. Everything is a battle. That's the only way I can describe my relationship to my 2.5-year-old is that I'm like the US 20 years ago and she's Afghanistan, right? You know, I'm fighting against her in order to bring her up to my level of progress, yeah? And she wants no part of it. She's like, I'm like, knife and fork, the rule of law, human rights. And she's just like, fuck off, imperialist pig, we don't want your progress. And every day starts with 9/11. Every fucking day. Unprovoked attack by her first thing in the morning. I make her toast, she just throws it against the wall. I'm like, okay, let's try cereal. I make her some Cheerios, I put them down in front of her. She just lifts the bowl up, looks me in the eye and goes, finished! When she does that, that feels like when the second plane hit. You're like, oh, this is deliberate. We're under attack. The first was no accident. We could never have known. And much like 20 years ago, I know that I'm the stronger partner in this. You know, I've got more resources, more technology, more patience. I should win this easily, and yet somehow, at the end of it all, Afghanistan fucking wins. How does she win? She knows the terrain better than I do. She scuttles around like a crab, leaving traps. And A little bit of Lego there, I stand on it. Ah! She's there barefoot with the AK. Oh, yeah! And my wife's upstairs breastfeeding the newborn. She's like a distant general giving me orders that bear no relation to the reality of the war zone. She's like, when you're finished in the kitchen playing, can you just tidy it up a bit? And I'm like, the fucking toilet brush is in the dishwasher. Hell, get me out of here. Evac! The other day, she organised a play date, right, which is always great, always makes the day go quicker. I'm like, brilliant, thank you. Who's coming round? Which one of her friends is coming to play? She goes, well, the thing is, Finn, the WhatsApp group mum's got a bit jealous. So it's more than one, it's 5. And I went, 5? What the fuck are you doing? You're meant to be on my team. You've just made more Taliban. What the fuck are you doing? Every 2-year-old is a jihadi. All of them. Every 2-year-old is a jihadi. They don't know right from wrong. They keep trying to kill themselves. They won't eat sausages. Fuck off. Done with them. And what makes it worse are these people you meet along the way on your parenting journey, yeah? You go, oh, I know it's tiring, it's brutal, but it makes you a better person, doesn't it? Doesn't it make you a better person? It's definitely made me worse, 100%. Whole day's fueled by anger, resentment. My road rage is off the scale at the minute, just screaming at cyclists, cunt! Cunt! Not even driving, just screaming on the road. This poor woman just trying to deliver a pizza, you know? Which, to be fair, I did order. I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad. Sorry, that is for me. Sorry about the cunt thing. Sorry about that. But even the ethical dilemmas, you don't foresee these, right? That you just get thrust into when you have a kid. Like, when you have a kid and you're pushing them around in a pushchair, what society does is it enters you into a competition for space on a bus with wheelchair users, yeah? People who don't have kids, you won't know this, but there's this space. This space is reserved for pushchair users and wheelchair users. But nowhere does it say who fucking pulls rank in the event both get on at the same time. This has happened to me 3 times where I live. We're in the space, going swimming, daughter's in the pushchair, bus stops, wheelchair user goes to get on, and the whole bus looks at us like, I guess you're getting off. And I'm like, fucking where does it say that? Surely it's first come, first served. Wheelchair users are a massive spectrum. Some of them are fucking won Wimbledon. Have you seen those fuckers? She shits herself on the hour. She's more disabled. Let's have a discussion about her. Right, I'm not being a dick. Obviously there's a level where I get, like if it's that, then I'm getting off. No, guys, come on. If there's a head pillow and they move like a chess piece, I'm getting off the bus. Have the bus. We will get off. Swimming's cancelled. They look too fucked up. Sorry. There's a tube. We've got to get off. It's the same impulse in you that, when you watch the Paralympics, you always want the most disabled person to win because in your head they must be the biggest underdog. Fuck off. You do. Okay, right. You don't tweet this, but you think it, don't you? You're watching the Paralympics because you're a good person, and you see them lining up, and you think, what's wrong with what's his? Why is he? Is he disabled enough for this event? Enough? Because you watch the swimming, there's a guy with no arms up against someone with just mild Asperger's. You're like, that's not. He's got no arms. How's he getting out? Does he get points for getting out? This guy's just counting the lanes. That's not a fair fight. I'm not having a go. I love the Paralympics. I've been watching it for years. That's where I first discovered women's football. The games come... Oh. More controversial than the Israel stuff. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Brighton. What fruity moral compass you have down here on the coast. Joke, obviously. I feel like that should be clear by now. Love the idea that my daughter could grow up and play for England. I don't think she will. I can't imagine the post-match press conference. How do you think you played today? Oh, Jesus Christ, all right, fine. And maybe maybe I'm a grumpy old git, but I do get annoyed when you hear people being like, oh, the Lionesses are great. Because what they've shown is the passion's the same amongst the women and the men. The passion's the same for the game. It's the same amongst women and men. I feel like saying, we'll see. Like it's too early. Surely. The Lionesses won the last fucking Euros. I don't think we'll know the game has really arrived until maybe next time round. They get knocked out. Semi-finals. Penalties. Germany. And the next day at the school gates, there's a bunch of dads with black eyes. You know, that's when we'll really know, right? Steve, what happened? Nothing, I fell. Go away, I fell. Leave her, Steve! Anyway. Because I have a kid, and only because I have the kid, now, when I'm on a bus, in the space, and a wheelchair user goes to get on, I am, in a split second, trying to evaluate where I think they sit on the Paralympian to Hawking scale. Fuck off, that's the scale, we all use it in our heads. Do you think Stephen Hawking's wife would ever speak to him the same way we speak to Alexa? Because when you dig into it, he was sort of the first one, wasn't he? What? He had the voice and he knew everything. So if he's in your kitchen, what's the difference? Do you not think that's how it would go down? They'd wake up in the morning. Morning, Steve, what do you want for breakfast? I would like a boiled egg. Okay. Stephen, set a timer for 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Because he's there. If I'm Stephen Hawking and I've been dealt that hand by life, I'd fuck with you. That's what I'd do. I'd fuck with everyone's head. Yeah, I'd have fun. If I was Stephen Hawking, I'd wear one of those badges that says "Not all disabilities are visible." When he's out and about, people are like, "Sorry, what? That's the tip of the iceberg." Fuck me. How disabled can you get? Is your chair broken? What could be possibly wrong? ADHD, shame, isn't it? It's got ADHD. Yeah, too much screen time. People patronised him though. They kind of imbued him with this moral virtue because of his condition. But he was a dog, man. He went to the island. Now no one knows whether that was for sex or science, but he did go to the island. He definitely cheated on his wife. He had an affair with his carer for 6 months, then married the carer. And I always found that story fascinating because when that happens under normal circumstances, the jilted spouse is like, oh, how could you? But I reckon his wife must have been like, how could you do this to me, Steve? You must have had a carer to help you fuck the carer. How deep does this go? This is a conspiracy. He was a dog. We patronised him. We should have known. The signs were there. When you think about it, he's the only man who's ever lived whose cum face was the same as his normal. Is that too much? I'm autistic for the purposes of this joke. I can't tell. I'm struggling with my mental health. Does that make it easier to laugh? Beep, beep, boop, boop, sorry, don't know. Is that bad? Beep, beep, sorry, beep, beep, train, sorry. It's a shame he didn't live to see this era of disabled dating show that we're... It's a shame he didn't live to see this era of disabled dating show that we are now living through. And I love them. I love all the shows. Every streamer's got one. You know what I mean? Love on the Spectrum, Down with Love. I think they're great shows. They shine this light on this area that no one ever thinks about, which is disabled people's love lives. I guess my one note as a viewer is that it's always people with very similar disabilities going on dates. And wouldn't it be cool, maybe even progressive, to pair people with vastly different ones to show that love is love, doesn't matter who you end up with, you can still make it... Okay, I want to see a crossover episode of Love on the Spectrum and Down with Love where you get a really severe OCD autistic girl going on a date with a guy with Down syndrome just to get the full spectrum of like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm not really sure if we should shake. Hugs! Like... Should we get a drink? Yeah. You know. And if you're like, oh, I don't think I can laugh at these. Can you make these jokes? I was actually born disabled. I was, genuinely. I was. I couldn't walk, and I had to be fed through a tit in my mouth. Oh, it's sad. It's really sad. I get free parking because of it, yeah. No, I'm not disabled. My daughter's not disabled, but she's sort of disabled adjacent. She's like she's one step underneath, which is like you got shit going on. That's the step beneath. She's got shit going on. We don't get fucking badge or anything, but basically, you're born premature. This is what happens. Now, I'm not a doctor, but my understanding is when you're in the womb as a fetus, you grow things in the order with which you'll need them on the outside, yeah? And the lungs are one of the last things to grow because you don't need them till the end because you're in there breathing in the mum's piss? It can't be that. I don't know what it is. It can't be that. It can't be piss. I don't know what it is. Anyway. So, quick recap. Jizz meets egg. Egg beats jizz. Rock, paper, scissors. Egg. Right? Egg grows a head. So it could be like, what are we going to grow next? Yeah? Then the egg grows some arms. They can be like, ooh, where are we? What's going on? And then the boy ones, they grow the dick, and they're like, ah. And the mum's like, oh, I can feel him kicking. Yeah, whatever. He's got the umbilical cord fucking, boys are gross, weird, disgusting. From the beginning. Girls are better, I think. What was my point? Oh, yeah, sorry. The lungs are the last thing to grow, and my daughter was born at 33 weeks, so her lungs weren't cooked, so she's got shit lungs, right? So what this means is, she's a normal toddler, Afghanistan, she's that, and then she gets a chest infection, it gets quite bad, we have to go into hospital, she gets some oxygen, and then quite quickly becomes just a toddler, again, except one that's attached to a fucking oxygen tank that I've got to follow her around, like I'm the cunt with the IED, going, yes, sir, yes, brother, where will the infidels strike next? That's like me. And there's literally that much slack on the line between the oxygen tank and the nasal cannula. So if I look away for a second, she runs off. She snaps back like it's brutal, right? My point is, when you've got kids who are in hospital a lot, you make friends with people who have very disabled kids, because that's who's also in hospital a lot, right? And last time we were there was earlier this year. I'm running around after for like 5 hours. I don't know whether, I think my wife's away or something. She's completely fucked. And we meet this lovely family with a 14-year-old boy. Now, I don't know what he's got, but it's like a head pillow hawking. Fucked. He's fucked. I don't know what I'm just trying to put the image in your head. I don't know what you call that. Head pillow hawking. You know what? 3 words. Those were his, right? Head pillow hawking fuck. You type that in, you just see this. Anyway, his mum, bless her, was like, hey, you're sweating, why don't we swap and I'll run around after your toddler and you can just sit and be with my boy and get your breath back. And I was like, that's a great idea, let's do that. So I'm in the hospital with this kid and I'm just making small talk. I'm like, yeah, so we're here because my daughter was born early, she didn't have enough time for her lungs to breathe in all the piss, and so now and I'm so stupid that he's just getting more disabled as he listens to me, like, it's just like... I don't know, I'd never been in a room for a long time with someone in that condition, and I just couldn't, my mind was wandering. I was like, what's he thinking? Like, he's fine up top, but he's completely immobilised. Like, is he trying to communicate? Did he know he ever could? Has he given up? Is he angry? Is he bitter? What's he thinking? And then I was like, well, give him the same credit you do other people with disabilities. He's just someone with disabilities. So I was like, all right, he's just a 14-year-old boy thinking 14-year-old boy stuff. He's probably fucking horny. I mean, there's no one hornier than a 14-year-old boy. And then I was like, he must be hornier than anyone because he can't do anything about it. He must just be there thinking, oh, please, someone, why are you getting tense? Do you not think disabled people have sexual... Surely it's patronising to think just because of their condition they don't have a sexual... All right, fine. Surely it doesn't matter and they still... Okay, fine, again, all right. Sorry, should I have not wanked him off? Was that the wrong? Is that wrong? Did he? I mean, he liked it. I think you can never know. He blinked a lot. I don't know. I have to say this here. I can't say this at home. She repeats what I fucking say. You can hear this, you paid for this filth. You can repeat these jokes to your colleagues at work. Good luck with that, but you could try. My daughter can't walk into nursery saying shit like, oh, do you reckon when Madame Tussauds made Stephen Hawking, they had to melt him a bit? Like, I can say that, she can't. I've always had this impulse to just say the fucked up thought. It probably is a mental health condition, but this is the only place where it's fine. Like, before this, my mum would say, please stop saying these things. Why don't you try writing it down? Write the messed up thought down, and then you don't have to say it and bum people. It doesn't make it better, it just means it's written down. Imagine Harvey Price as James Bond. I mean, what is that? What is that? Okay, Harvey, the line is, James Bond, action. Hello, you cunt! Harvey, every take? You're going to do this every take? Fuck me, this diverse Bond's gone too far. I'm going to say it. Should have stopped at Idris. But this is the only context where these thoughts are absolutely fine. Any other context is a mental health crisis. My day when I'm not doing this is I'm trying to push down these dark, horrible, twisted thoughts whilst outwardly trying to play wholesomely with my little toddler. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and... Auschwitz is still open. That's funny, isn't it? It's no longer a death camp, it's a memorial site, which means they still need security, which means that Auschwitz guard is still a job title. That is funny. That is funny. What's his life like on a date? So what do you do? Oh man, the fuck, I don't want to say... The job's changed a lot in 70 years, I'll give it that. With my granddad, but he was trying to keep people in. The doors on the bus go open and shut. Open and shut, open and... There's a cafe at Auschwitz, that's funny. Do you reckon they need to get a new oven, or they just use the one that was already there? Because surely the plumbing is expensive. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. What's the Wi-Fi password at Auschwitz? They must have one. Is it funny or serious? Who decides? Is it never again, or is it fuck Hitler 69, you know? It can't just be a series of letters and numbers, because that's what they used to put on the back of the prisoners all day long. My point is, thank you very much for coming. Because without you here laughing, it is just hate speech. Brighton, my name's Finn. Thank you so much for coming out. See you next time.